Man, that whole music was like amazing. I almost didn't want to start the AMA because I could just groove to that all afternoon. What is going on, everybody? We'll wait a couple minutes. Just wait just shortly while people start filling up the room. Happy Wednesday. You will notice today that I am up here all by myself. The wonderful, fantastic Silver Dust got called into a all hands meeting at work and cannot make it because it's an all hands meeting and not a some hands meeting. Could not change it at the last minute. And so I am here holding it down for the Lunar crew. We're going to go over some progress, go over some good stuff, hopefully take some questions, queue up those questions, folks. It's been a big week. Big couple weeks in the Lunar ecosystem. So, yeah, good stuff going on. Get in here, spam the chats, spam Telegram. Let's make it happen. All right. This is the part where Silverdust and I would banter to each other about how our week's going. And I don't want to talk to myself. So, you guys might put me away. So, we'll get this started here in just a minute. Certainly got some fun stuff that's going down. All right, it's 3 after. We're going to go ahead and get this going. What is up, everybody? Lunar DAO, week 14, first AMA of April, 27 people in the audience. Prep your questions. Let's get down to business. So, I have the draft of our weekly update here. Apologies the last couple weeks that our weekly updates have been a tad delayed. We've been really busy. So we'll go through this here, and then you'll have a deeper update to look over in the governance platform later today. So, kicking it off, no new business on the governance side. We are working on a lip to be able to give the foundation a little bit broader authority to leverage treasury assets for our market maker. Our market maker has requested access to some more LNR to be able to put on our liquidity in the centralized exchanges, and we've been all right for now, so it hasn't been an issue, but here soon we're going to need a little bit more room to do that. That'll be when we can get to it, and if it bumps up to a priority. On the finance side, facility deal is still in progress. We have made major gains on the volume improvement plan. I'll talk about that here more in just a little bit. We had multiple conversations with their team last week, and conversations are ongoing. So we're not sitting on our thumbs. We're not waiting for anything. We are having conversations, and that is the extent of what we can discuss. On the Binance Industry Recovery Fund application, like just about everything else Binance does, they're still late. We still have not heard anything about that. Who knows if it will even happen? I found it very interesting, just on a personal note, that several days before the Binance lawsuit was announced, that Binance moved or converted their fund from BNB to stablecoin. So it was clear, at least from my perspective, that they saw that coming. We'll see if anything happens to it, because even 4 months after they announced it, no money has been issued to any company. So, fingers crossed, but who knows? Binance MVB6. The Binance team is now late notifying teams. I don't know if they're having discussions with other teams. They have not been in contact with us. And there have been no announcements from the MVB side when they're moving forward with that. So once again, we sit and we wait, just like I said, everything else Binance does. We are continuing to work other investment avenues to keep everything moving forward. As Silverdust mentioned in Telegram last week, we are under multiple NDAs now from multiple parties and are limited in what we can discuss on our progress there. But as soon as we are able to talk, we will have plenty more to say. Finally, on the new business side of things under finance, we've completed $55,000 in OTC transactions to date. Per the LIP, we have set aside portions of those transactions for liquidity, and the first set of those were used to create the liquidity pool for our Uniswap stablecoin pair. Now, we'll talk about, since we're going to transition into markets here, Foundation is really thinking through what our WBNB pair does for us as an organization, and the efforts that it takes to adjust the price of the Lunar token on centralized exchanges versus our non-centralized exchange. The challenge is because LNR is paired with a non-stable coin, we are subject to the market movements of another token. And, a lot of people have had problems with saying, well, the token price is doing this, or the token price is doing that, or the token price is not moving in the direction they would like. A lot of that has to do with the movement of another token in the market, and that continues to affect us. At one point, WBNB was down over 50% from its all-time high. And so the real challenge within the ecosystem is our PancakeSwap pair is the only one that is paired in a non-stable coin. So we're looking at what that means. We're looking at how we structure this stuff moving forward. We're looking at potentially putting emphasis on other more stable pairs. So we'll see how that plays out. Again, there's a lot of math involved. There's a lot of debate. There's a lot of process. When we have more information on those types of things, as we're coming up with reasonable plans for what to do next there, we will make adjustments and keep you folks in the loop and run lips or whatever if needed. So that's how we're thinking about that. It's something that's definitely a concern to me. As the work that the team does and watching everybody make amazing progress, and then seeing that there are plenty of times where the progress and the token price have nothing to do with each other. So we want to figure out how to change that. Moving on to the markets, we've continued to combat inaccurate information on the token communities, continuing to make updates on BSC Scan, CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, and TradingView. We have submitted our flawless token audit to BSC Scan to be added onto the token information, and hopefully that will we'll get a positive result from that here very soon. We still owe you folks a write-up on our market making partner. And why market makers are critical to the ecosystem. We'll have, and I'll talk more about the priority shifting here soon, but we'll have more details on that as soon as we absolutely can. Just been a lot going on over here. And we are continuing to expand Lunar support in decentralized exchanges, and we'll have more to report as new information becomes available. On the new business side, we continue to have weekly discussions with our market maker, and they are implementing our new trading strategy. They've asked us to put some attention into marketing on our centralized exchanges, and we'll have more to announce about that throughout the remainder of April. So that part's really important. You guys have been asking for marketing. You guys have been asking for, us to do more things in those areas. The need is aligning with the availability and the time, and so we're working forward on that. As we move into marketing, I want to take a break for a quick second and say that we had a retweet contest throughout the week, and Miski just messaged to say that the video is ready. This was a contest for retweets on Twitter, if I'm not mistaken. 100,000 Stardust for both winners. And if those winners are in the room, they get a bonus 50,000 Stardust. Miski, did I get that right? Waiting in the chat. I think he probably went over to post the video. So, without further ado, Miski, please post the video. Tell me when it's live. Go click on that video, folks. See who the winner is in the main chat. I'm going to jump over in main chat, see when I can announce who the winners are. We are rolling. Hit play. One winner is present. We have Losh and Me Micro are the winners. Congrats, Losh, for being in the room. You get a bonus 50,000 Stardust. Hooray. Good job, man. Thanks, everybody who participated. We appreciate you folks, and keep up the great work. We'll have another video to show here shortly as we jump into the marketing segment. I know this is everybody's favorite concern area. Digging into some old business. We've applied for Telegram verified status, are still awaiting a final decision there. On the Discord side, we heard from them finally after having applied a long time ago, and our application was denied. The email we received was vague, but said we need to improve our onboarding process as well as moderator friendliness. So we have 60 days before we can apply again. We will be working on adjusting some onboarding stuff and making sure that people that come on have clear instructions, clear expectations, and a great experience as we move forward through that. The big news, well, we're sticking to old news so far. So still working on summarizing weekly updates into new monthly updates. We did Twitter AMA Space of the Bored Ape show a week or so ago. That was fantastic. It's not in this update because it happened this week, and this is last week's update. But on Monday, I went back on the Bored Ape show, talked about all the great stuff we have going on, the new website, the contract audit, and our War of the Whales contest, which we're very excited about. That is going well so far. So very excited about our relationship with Bored Ape Show and continuing to get the word out on Twitter Spaces. And all that good stuff. So speaking of, we're going to do an extra AMA this month on Twitter Spaces. We'll have more details on scheduling for that soon. I'm trying to just figure out which week we want to do that on. We tried Twitter Spaces a while ago for our AMAs, and it was okay, but Twitter Spaces was limited availability, so we're going to see about doing some stuff over there. But the big news on the marketing side is after an incredible amount of work, we finally have the new revamped Lunar.io online. It was a little bit more delayed than I wanted it to be because of some stuff that came up in the foundation. We wanted it ready the day of War of the Whales and had to roll some stuff out a little bit more slowly than I would have liked. But the majority of the site is online right now. For those of you that have not checked it out yet, Lunar.io, there's a brand new product section that goes over everything that's in the roadmap on the governance platform. Everything that's in the Lunar ecosystem preview is now available for anybody to see, even people that have not been in the not been able to get into the governance platform. So there are also some general timeframes on there, so you folks can see what's deployed already. We get a lot of questions all the time, people thinking that nothing's out there, nothing's deployed. We have a fair amount of the platform that's available for you folks to use, and looking forward to being able to boost that within the ecosystem. So we've got a new products page, a new tokens page to walk through. By the way, tokens are also products, folks. So we have buttons in there to get you to where to learn more about these tokens. There's a brand new Lunar buy page that helps you understand the token address, the audit results, where you can buy LNR on centralized and decentralized exchanges. And oh, by the way, the wall of text explaining how to put Lunar in your wallet and go to PancakeSwap or whatever is gone, because you can swap any token for LNR right on the Lunar token details page. So Don't forget to read the disclaimer while you're checking that out. If you want to buy LNR, there's a great and easy way to do that right on the website and go from there. Also, brand new governance page that walks through our transition. Fun fact, we have 39,000 Lunar holders, and 75% of all LNR holders are eligible to be DAO members. And a fifth of our entire supply was used to vote in favor of creating Lunar DAO. So those are really cool facts. Really proud of the community that has stuck around and we've put together. And there's going to be more details on the Lunar Foundation and stuff like that in the days ahead. And then finally, the last things you'll see over the course of the week that we're working on is a dramatically updated community page that has much more details on our international channels, where you can find us on YouTube, on Twitter, on all of the other Telegram socials. So that's coming this week. And then from there, there's just a lot of blog updates that we got to get out on transition matters, on basically catching everybody up on what's been going on, and summarizing the monthly or the weekly updates into more concise monthly updates. So the content will continue, but we finally have a new platform to be able to talk about everything that we're building, to help people understand the strategy on the content of these websites a little bit. The products page is going to be a summary of what we're building for each thing. And then as these products go live, there will be entire websites for those individual products, because some of them are complicated. Like, just for example, Lunar Mint has an entirely different experience for creators versus consumers. And so we want to be able to make sure that within those websites, it's pretty clear how to understand how it works, how to get guides on how to use it, how to get support, how to buy it, all of those things. And so if you put all that on lunar.io, it's going to make that website really complicated as we grow. So we're going to keep it simple. For search engine optimization, we want to make sure that all of the sites backlink to each other to be able to benefit the ecosystem as a whole. And then, but then each site has its own, support system, its own place to go to be able to understand how to use it, and more importantly, its own place to buy it. So hopefully that's helpful in understanding that strategy. So while we are finishing up the marketing section, there's one more thing that I want to post in the main chat. I'm going to upload it here right now. Andre and I have been collaborating on a bunch of new assets on the design side for videos and images and all that good stuff. And he had a great idea for a marketing video for War of the Whales. We worked together on extending that video. It's going to go live here on YouTube shortly. But before that, I wanted to give you all a sneak peek in the main chat. It's going up right now. Check it out when you get a chance. It's 30 seconds, so I'm not going to stop talking per se. I'm going to leave it in there for a minute. Turn your sound up. Check it out. It's pretty dope. I'm very excited about it. Andre did a great job. It was real fun collaborating with him, laying the groundwork for setting up something great. We've got a nice video editing platform and lots more stuff coming in that department. So, moving on. New website, more Twitter AMAs, more marketing. We've got all kinds of marketing that's going to be going on through the month of April. We are working on, now that we have a website, we have something to market, folks. I'm really proud of the work that we did on getting the website updated with new content, new information, new understanding of what we've been up to, and it puts our best foot forward. So now that our best foot is out there, we want to drive as many people to understand it as possible. So we'll have more shilling materials for everybody in the days ahead. We will have more opportunities to have the ecosystem understand what we've been up to. Moving forward on the dev side, I do want to go back into the AMH stage And I saw that Style had a question. Style, I do see you there. I will get to that in just a minute here. Thank you for your patience. On the dev side, please don't forget Lunar Portfolio Preview 1 is live to all LNR and NFT holders at preview.lunar.io. Number of mobile issues were fixed in that release. You can check out what the LNR token is doing. You can onboard or on ramp through MoonPay from a credit card to any token you want. You can swap any token you want for LNR. Those functions are live in the sidebar. I know for some people, the demo of the Omni Wallet is a little confusing. That's a example of how we want the Omni Wallet to work. It does not actually connect to your live data yet. So don't get confused about that. You can't click on anything and see your wallet balances. But in the left sidebar, or if you're on mobile in the hamburger menu in the top left corner, you can navigate to different sections of the application that actually function. So please go check it out. We will be releasing updates to that platform soon. So we did our flawless LNR contract deployment. The same changes to our 721 contract are complete. We are working our way through the testing and deployment process now in dev and beta. Once we've validated the NFT contract in beta, we will have it audited. We're hoping to start that process by the end of the week, get everything squared away, and then move on to Lunar Mint. I want to take a second to say that you guys may be like, well, why are we doing contract updates? Why are we going through this? Why do the audit scores matter? A big portion of Lunar Mint for creators is letting other creators deploy their tokens on our contract code. And I got to tell you, folks, having a perfect audit score on our contract that other creators can use is a massive selling point. Like we've put a lot of effort into making sure that that stuff works. And oh, by the way, our auditor has started asking us for help on things. So that ought to tell you the level of sophistication that this team has built over the last year and how we have leveled up. There's a general rule of thumb: if you've done something for more than 500 hours, you're a professional at it. And our team are definitely professionals at blockchain contracts at this point. So once again, thank you to the team, especially Shepard, for all their hard work on development. Mentioned we're moving to Lunar Mint and putting full-time focus on that. We want the Lunar Award NFTs for the Expoverse winners out as soon as possible. Second goal is to issue the award NFTs to faction winners. Third goal is to make sure the royalty system is in place and that all of our contracts support it both on and off chain. And the fourth goal is to bring our first external creators online with branded experiences. Now, some people might say, why are we going to issue the Lunar Award NFTs to factions winners? Because the metadata editing process was designed to support creating one-off and duplicating duplicating NFT types. And so if we are able to issue factions NFTs on the platform, that is our successful test for creators being able to go in and create their own NFTs, set up their metadata, upload their images, package and upload those images, all of the different processes that have to be in place in order for that system to work properly. So hopefully that clears any of that up. And then I'll stop because I've been talking for damn near 30 minutes now. We'll wrap this up. War of the Whales is on right now. Battle takes place now through April 10th. Top 3 winners get their token transaction tax refunded and bonus LNR. We will also pick 3 random buyers to get their transaction tax refunded. So extra LNR up for grabs in this process. If you exceed your LNR wallet size of 1.2 million LNR and you need to use a second wallet, please open a ticket on Discord and we will get to that. Very excited about that, and you will hopefully see us start to ramp up marketing for that later. The marketing on that thing is a little bit delayed from what we'd like. Again, we were rolling into last week on track with everything we wanted to do to have that stuff launched. And then we had a number of meetings that were set for things on the finance side. And so those things required all hands on deck. It delayed some of our rollout. I know some people were a little bit disappointed that the War of the Whales did not have a heavier initial release. That was simply because we know how everybody feels about delaying things, and we felt it would be better to continue to just stay on target with the timing and roll stuff out over time and ramp into it. If we want to extend it a couple days, we can. Nothing wrong with that. So that was the decision we made. We wanted to stay on target with the launch. I'm again very proud of all the work that's been done, and we'll continue to keep that ball rolling. I know there was a meme contest winner for March. I don't know who that is. That'll be announced in the update later today. And then no new members for Shill Squad, but Shill Squad people, please keep it up. We got a lot to talk about. And that's probably the longest that I've ever talked at one time. So I'm going to pause and take a breath. Style has been waiting so patiently to ask their question. I'm going to bring them up on stage and invite them to speak. Style, appreciate you. Welcome. Big while Style gets up on stage. I talked too long. Anybody else has any questions, anything we didn't cover, please feel free to raise your hands. We will get to you. Lots I can answer. All right. Well, while we're waiting for that, feel free to go back to the main chat and push play on that video. It's pretty dope. Style, you can also use the AMA stage chat as well if you would like. Anyway, go check out that video. It's pretty dope. We're going to post it on YouTube today and then get it out there for folks. It'll be part of Shilling. It'll be part of all the good stuff. I will take this opportunity while we're waiting for Style to come up to remind you folks that we are a DAO. That means everybody owns the community. That means that as an owner, is also your responsibility to get the word out, to help people understand this ecosystem. We finally have the website up. You guys have been waiting this for a while. Please, pretty please, get out there, spread the word. We're building, we're shipping constantly. Very excited about it. All right, well, Style's not coming up. So if anybody else has any questions, speak now or forever wait until the next AMA. No questions from Style. Not a problem. All right. 30 minutes in. We're going to shut this down. Give you guys a 1 minute warning. Guys, folks, people from all over the world, I cannot express to you enough how proud I am of this team. We have persevered through a very tough market. We have shipped software. We have a brand new space for people to understand what we're building, how this stuff works. I am incredibly excited to be able to do more and to share with the world about this stuff and continue to ship new things week after week. Please continue to give us feedback. Make sure that when you're giving the team feedback that you're remembering that they're humans too, and they're working very hard for you, and they read all of the chats. So understand that everybody has things they want to improve, but remember everybody is spending 8, 10, 14 hours a week on this project. And we're all here to see everything move forward, just like you, since we are all owners of this wonderful ecosystem. So I'm going to jump in. I don't believe there are any more questions in the... Actually, there is... let's see here. So a couple questions in the AMA questions chat. Oh, that was from a couple weeks ago. So we're good there. All right, folks, that's it. That's fine. I'm shutting this down. Anybody has anything else? I will cover this again. This was asked on the 15th, and I think we had an AMA then, but I will go ahead and cover it anyways. The question was, what kind of impact does Lunar DAO hope to have on the wider blockchain and decentralized finance ecosystem? That was asked by the Pandalorian. It's actually Panda-Mandalorian, but I feel like you missed out on an opportunity there for a cool name. So I'm going to refer to you as Pandalorian. The impact we have on the wider blockchain and the ecosystem is that it's decentralized should not mean dehumanized, folks. This and what we're building puts people at the center of Web3. And it's really important when you look at how just complex and complicated it is for anyone to do anything within this space. You want to do transactions from multiple wallets. I've bought miners before. Just as an example, I have a helium miner, and you had to buy it through crypto, and the price of crypto changed mid-transaction, and I was like 7 cents short. And so the transaction didn't go through. They still had my money, but the system didn't process the transaction properly. I had to call somebody, get them to get it fixed. I had to send them another 7 cents and then provide the transaction hash for that so they could manually go in their system and fix things. Guys, that's nonsense. That is absolutely ridiculous. We need to fix that kind of stuff. Misky says I cut out. I don't know where to start on repeating that. But anyways, the ecosystem's ridiculous. We need to fix that kind of stuff. We need to make it easier to run these kind of transactions for people to move money, for people to understand what their assets are, centered around how humans actually do things, and not like the phase one of this process is focused on how contracts talk to each other. And that's fine, but that's like tech stuff for hyper nerds and all of that. Now is the time to focus on how like good old fashioned everyday humans are going to interact with their money, and how they're going to use products and services in a token based economy. And so that's the impact that we want to have. We want to make that stuff faster. We want to make it easier. We want to make it more user friendly. And every product that we release, you should see has a focus around there. So that's the main impact we want to have there. Novel and unique features that Lunar DAO offers compared to other DeFi platforms. Again, the focus is centered around humans. We are constantly innovating on everything that we do, including DAO structures and procedures for getting things through a DAO improvement process. So I'm very proud of the Lunar improvement process or proposal process. That was an innovation in the space that came from a lot of research from a number of other DAOs. We're going to use the governance page and some other stuff to be able to shed light on those things so that hopefully other DAOs can take advantage of that as well. And those are the types of things that we do. We're constantly focused on just improving every aspect of the ecosystem. Anywhere we touch something, we want it to leave it better than we found it. So I see no future other hands raised. We've answered all the questions on the stage. I hope all of you have a great week. Hopefully, we will continue to have great things to share with you folks in the days and weeks ahead. And hopefully you can help us spread the word on all the cool stuff we're doing in the Lunar ecosystem. So thanks a lot for your support. Thanks for being a holder. Thanks for being a part of this wonderful community. Hope you folks have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next time.